11th standard.
Like music, full on. You were
Full
like
on, brother.
Degree
Full on.
में dedication, भाई.
Yeah.
11th standard.
11th standard, bro. Yeah.
11th
Where
standard
were-
though is easy, bro. Like after that, people
Bro.
usually do 12th and then they're
Honest.
like,
Bro, no. Nahi, ulta. Okay, wait. Hold up. We're gonna... Bro, 9th में trigonometry introduce किया.
Yes,
And
sir.
that
Yes,
like
sir, right.
with me, bro. I was like, nahi, ये नहीं होगा. And that's what they do, right? CBSE
The cos sign and
10th
all.
and 12th is like whatever revision.
Yeah.
9th and 11th they introduce like a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And ICSE is much better that way क्योंकि पहले से like समझा रहे हैं, like it's not like a big...
yeah.
Bro, trigonometry was fucked up, man. You guys seem like maths fans. Like, what's up?
No,
What's up?
bro,
What's
I
up?
got my fair share of zeros, bro. Trigonometry में सब zero वगैरह खाया है मैंने. So I
Hey
know
bro,
what
so
you're talking about.
I did ICSE and so like you said,
Yeah.
they introduce it pretty early.
Pretty
so
early.
pretty early only I said fuck this. Like after 10th I dropped math fully.
Nice.
I took biology thinking I'll become a doctor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
Then 11th grade or I think beginning
Look at
of
our doctors
12th grade, I was like, okay, what does a day in the life of a doctor look like? Now, no hate to doctors, but it's
Yeah.
like the same thing every day.
Sure.
And if your day is exciting, that means someone is really sick. So I
Or
was
someone
like,
is like dying.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want that
Yeah,
in my
this-
life.
this sounds,
not fun at all. So, I mean, shout out to the doctors, though. Like someone has to
Yeah,
do it,
of course,
not
yeah.
me though.
Yeah.
It's a tough job, dude.
Yeah.
I love how your understanding of this was like to see a doctor's day in the life. Like,
And that's
like,
when you
I
figured.
love that. That already is such a content creator thinking of sorts, right?
मेरा
Like,
दिन कैसा रहेगा?
हाँ, like let's look at the... I don't
Bro,
know.
but if you're going to do it for 20, 30 years,
Sure.
40 years for some people, like you've got to like, I think you got to think about what a day in your life will look like.
Yeah, I don't think people do that.
No.
Like before deciding careers
They
also.
look at the money, I think.
Yeah, that's a big
Money
one.
is a driving factor.
Money is definitely the...
Money, status also, bro. So like my family,
Yeah.
they were kind of big on if you become a doctor, society respects you.
Yeah.
So,
It's a big one. Bro, I was
So
in...
you didn't want any respect.
so I became a
He's like, I'll
podcaster.
start a podcast.
Bro, this reminds me of a story, man. I was in school and then I remember like हम लोग 6th, 5th standard में थे. There's like and like I think like कुछ career day या कुछ हो रहा था होगा school में or something and people were talking about like okay, everyone talks about what they want to possibly do in 10 years or whatever. So this one kid was just like, man, मुझे doctor बनना है. I was like, cool, that's amazing. He's like, क्योंकि बहुत पैसे कमाने हैं. And I'm like, यार तो businessman बन जा. Like in 5th standard, like I'm like, you will get to save lives. In 5th standard at least.
Yeah.
You should be saying that.
Yeah.
Right? I understand when you're much older, but like I'm like 5th standard में ये बोल रहे हैं बच्चे. So
Yeah.
exactly what you said.
Bro,
man.
5th standard, people have different priorities. Like there was this kid in my school, and I wish I was making this up, but like you know how first day of class they ask you what do you want to become when you grow up. So this kid, he says he wants to become a watchman because he wants to protect people. And I was like, okay,
That sounds...
no, it's not made up. Bro.
I know it's
swear
not made
No,
up.
but
I know
it's so
you-
like...
I mean, he wants to protect people, right?
But he could have
It
at least
comes
said
from
army
there,
or
I think.
something, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, wait till he finds
army
out
is
about like police or.
he's only seen the watchman of his building.
But I see where you're going. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the ideals are so in place. Like
Yeah.
like in a very weird way, like if you are in the hospitality business, you want to serve people. You like
Yeah.
serving people and like that gives you joy. I guess that's what
No, bro, some people, like the kids who say, I want to become an astronaut or a pilot, those are the kids who want to, like, become cool. They don't, like, the job, it doesn't matter. They just want to do something, like,
that is like,
interesting.
so like fascinating to like
Yeah.
think about. Sure.
Yeah. When did you start saying that I want to become, like, a musician or...
Or did you never say that?
I didn't know, man, if I was gonna like do this.
Okay,
like,
after you dropped out, like what was your
after I dropped out,
thought
then
process?
yeah. At that point, I was like, I actually wanted to drop out in 9th standard, dude, because trigonometry. No, for real, man. I told Mama, I was like, Mom, listen, this is
It for me.
nightmares are
It's not for me.
This is not happening. Okay, you have a artist child, okay? Like I need to break from the institutions of. So I was like that.
But isn't your mom, like, a school...
Yes, yeah. She's a music HOD at the same school. I'm a teacher's son. Yeah. So now you can imagine. That I've dropped out, right? 11th standard.
Yeah.
Right? And like imagine like people talking once I'm not like now coming back.
Yeah.
Mom's friends and stuff like probably
They'll all be
nicely like going like bro,
gossiping.
beta kya kar raha hai tumhara, you know? And not one day did mom come back and ever tell me about that. You know?
God damn.
Again, superheroes, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like not one time did dad do that because I think, and that kept me going because मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था दुनिया के like what's happening outside.
Yeah.
I dropped out, took a year to write music. I was just at home writing music. But at no point I felt the pressure to like कोई outcome लाना है मुझे.
But when did the music start? Like at what point, like between 9th, 10th, 11th, like, or were you doing music before all of this?
So my mom's a classical singer. Dad also plays the tabla. So music was at home. So I got introduction. Music's in the blood. I was introduced to it at a very young age, like 3-4 years old. Yeah. So उस समय से it was always around. I would join mom like sessions में classical काफी था घर में. So yeah, very early on, bro. Like very early on. But I never thought that would actually take center stage. Like, I like painting and stuff. Like I like writing and shit. Like even today, when I look at like all of the stuff that I'm doing, right, from the cover art and stuff, I'm involved in like all aspects. So वो थोड़ा कहीं निकलता है मेरा other fields का भी. I'm a creative individual.
Very humble also.
Very modest है. बहुत modest है.
We'll edit all this and we'll send it to your mom. कितना creative है आपका बेटा.
Yeah, man. But
हाँ, so then.
But yeah, so I mean, at some point, like, वो बन गया. Like, I just became naturally, like, I was like, ठीक है, this is something I'm going to pursue.
Yeah. Bro, because at the start, like, I think the first music I heard was like that proper, like, bass, trappy.
Yeah. Shit, you actually know you guys know the old.
You know the old Ritviz.
You know, yeah.
No, bro, that Thursday night, I remember, like, you played, like, a lot of GTA.
Yeah.
You played a lot of,
Hell yeah.
I think, Jack U, bro, at the time.
Oh, they were just.
Jackie was 2016.
I think it was somewhere around that
Yeah,
time.
but like that era of
14
like,
to 16.
Yeah. That's when trap and bass and
Trap
like
and bass,
dubstep was
yes,
like properly.
Yeah.
So that's where you
I miss
started.
that time, man. I missed that time. Like it was a
time
very
was-
exciting. Yeah, it was such a big deal. So exciting to perform it. Like I was like, yo, I'm gonna prep this set so much. And like my best friend, like हम लोग society में थे, and एक साथ we've grown up together. Shout out Anjal. And he had heard that set so many times. At some point he was like, bro, like you got this.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to now show up at every practice sesh because we would like little kid like turn up. But wo show that was such an epic set. I remember that.
The inside one.
The inside one, yeah.
Bro, I think so. It was me, Yugu was there, and there were like 2-3 other friends, and like there weren't that many people, but it was just like we were so raging.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone who was there,
Yeah.
they were having a great time.
Bro, I think intimate sessions in general will always be on top. You know, like
So you
could be at a concert, but like could be like 5,000 people, but itne dur hai. You know, you're nicely like protected by all the set of like, you know, अच्छे से monitors and you're just listening to the audio. Like most sets मैं properly off कर देता हूँ monitor, so I just want to hear.
What's
Like
going
now
on.
imagine even it's like 10 people, 50 people in like a small place, bro. That is
you prefer like club gigs over
yeah,
arenas?
hell yes. Or I've not gotten a chance to play also in the
but
last.
the arena gigs is when people like sing and you get to hear that. So
It feels like 5,000 people is like it's like one person.
Yeah.
It feels like that, you know?
Yeah.
You know, while like 50 people could feel like 50 people,
Yeah.
you know?
because you get to make eye contact, bro. Like you get to see movements, you get to see like from whatever DJing experience that we have is like, bro, like
We have DJ brothers. What's up? What's
the
happening?
table shakes, bro.
Pause. What's the name? Do you guys have like a
No, it's Tuvi and I mean
We both,
Jazz.
so my name itself is Tuvi.
great?
And then his name is Amin. And they're pretty like
Yeah.
not so
Then
common names in
Great,
Pune.
I'm with you guys. Same.
Yeah,
यहाँ पे
Ritviz.
भी यहाँ पे like मिल गया है same.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know that about you. That your real name is.
Real name is
It is,
Ritviz.
yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're lucky
Unique
that
name.
Alias मिल गया.
It's the same question. Like people ask me, like, is that your real name? Is that your artist name? The other day also we went to Soho and then they're like, is this your real name or your artist name? I said real because we were going with another friend who's also an artist.
अच्छा, nice.
Yeah, he's been in Bombay for 2 weeks and he
2
felt
weeks.
I had to put it in.
Like हाँ guys, like
Yeah,
go to
you know, we go to all these places now.
Yeah. What is your now? I think we're kind of into the deep end. So now
Yeah,
I
let's go
think
for
we
it.
can ask you.
deep dive.
So you've come from the US now.
Anji.
Yeah. Wait, first, are you seeing anyone right now? If you enjoyed watching that clip from the Untriggered podcast, there's many more clips. There's one here, one here. Subscribe to this channel so that you see these clips daily. Thank you.